Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Maverick here, and we are ready for another episode of Steins Gate 0 with episode 6. In the end, I did not actually pre-record more episodes, so this one I did get a chance to read all your guys' feedback and whatnot, and so, I guess not really much else to talk about, right? Honestly, I'm still confused right now. A lot of you guys said that, well, that's how this story is at this point. Okay, so it's not specifically my problem, I guess. But anyways, again, carrying on from last episode. Finally, Kagari actually meets Okabe, and not only that, she actually meets the entire gang as well. So Maishi is there, Suzuha is there, so on and so forth, right? And so we can finally, after two episodes of, how should I say, of teasing us in a way, right? We finally get to see her in the full form, and well, let's finally get a look at what she actually is, or who she actually is, I should say. I know since she has amnesia, I guess we're gonna have to rely on Suzuha for that part. And hopefully, we can finally shed some light on where exactly the story is going, and more importantly, just who exactly is Kagari, and how she relates with Kurisu. Alrighty, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Hmm? I guess they already had a conversation. Okay, there we go. But then again, her voice is completely different from Karisu's. So she's been living as a priest or so? Oh, really? It's actually quite a deep voice. Okay, so it's actually not a flashback. So I wonder what Mayuri was getting depressed about. Because there's some weird situations again? Because there's a new beauty? Just kidding, just kidding. Alright, let's get this real quick. And back. Oh, they're back. How are you supposed to... Hmm. Or is that just, I guess, kindness on Mayuri's end? Like, she knows that they have some secrets to talk about? Hmm. 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 Deja vu? I'm still waiting for Suzuha to actually spill the beans as to what actually happened. It's definitely. Oh yeah, there's this situation as well. Okay, so now to find. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why. Maybe it's her character design. I just can't completely trust her. I don't know. Both the professors just seem like trouble to me in some kind of way. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Why does she look so similar to Chris? Ugh. I guess the ultimate troll would be no reason, but still. What was that? Grenade? What, you got a cramp? What is she? Like a pre-programmed biological weapon or something? Hmm. Hey.
ところでラボに入りたいの。ダメだ。なんでだお。応募だお。みんなで初詣に出かける約束で集まってるのですが。
Oh.
かわいいぞ。さすがはお父さんの子だ。本当になくてよかった。お父さん、私ね、愛良姉ちゃんの巫女さん、すごく楽しみなんだ。そっか。お姉ちゃんたちの言うことちゃんと聞くんだぞ。来られないんですか？ちょっと野暮用があってな。じゃなきゃこんなに可愛い娘をおめえらに任せたりなんとするか。言っとくが万が一ないに何かあったら。
Yeah, like, why does Okabe not have any problem with Braun? Like, come on.
その前に大事なこと忘れてますよ。明けまして。おめでとうございます。まゆしーのみここず楽しみ。今日はコスプレじゃなくて清掃だって。あ、そっか。鈴葉さんもアルバイトでしたっけ？楽しみですね。妹属性のみこさん。どうせならナース属性も追加してくれれば萌えの数え役満なんですが。橋田さんは相変わらず変態さんですね。悪かったな。ダシペにミコのバイトに出されることに。別に構わないわよ。ちょうど話したいこともあって。そういえば、キャジョーさんはアメリカの大学に通ってるんですよね。すごい研究してるんでしょ？なんだっけ？アイアイ？
I.
そうそう、それ。人工知能の研究ってことですよね。私今すごく興味があって。おかえり。どないしたん？なんでもない。
What? Ooh.
明けましておめでとうございます。おめでとうにゃ。まさにミコミコパラダイス。ここは天国か。
There's Susan in the background.
鈴葉さん素敵。ありがとう。とっても似合ってますよ。鈴葉。それでお注射の時間だよお兄ちゃん。
Why? I think he's progressing fairly good.
二人とも仲いいですよね。そりゃおやおや。
Yeah.
それよりおみきどう？おみくじもあるよ。信じられない。ルカ君は相変わらず美人さんね。そんなこと。やっぱり信じられない。男の子だなんて。だが事実よ。なんなら確かめてみます。
Gonna get disrobed here? Hey, you can't do that and not show it.
よく似合って。本当？よかった。まゆりさんってば何度言っても納得してくれなかった。おかりんどういうか。それは言っちゃダメだよ。ごめんなさい。ああ、いかがりさんだと気にしてたのです。だってそんなことないよ。すっごく素敵だもん。ね、おかり。ああ、いいんじゃないか。
Oh, this is Maho. Yeah, her first time meeting her.
驚いたわ。彼女、クリスそっくり。そうか。ええ、似ているわよ。
I think,
そうは思う。
yeah, I feel like there's some.
私のわかってる？ゼウスの。まあでもこのままにして解決はしないわ。せめてお正月明けには決断してほしい。
Oh, professors. Grab him back.
せっかくだから二人とも誘ったんだけど。
Oh man, the English. Ah. You know, with the way this episode is going, I'm like 99.9% sure we're gonna get some big development before the end here. Like, this is too peaceful right now. See? Look at that shot! That just spells trouble.
急にバイトに欠員が出ちゃってごめんね。ああ、あたこ。ラボでお正月パーティーだよ。それでは改めまして、明けましておめでとうございます。
Why do I feel like you guys are partying every episode? Oh damn, that looks nice.
実はメイクインのお正月メニューなんだにゃ。芦田さん、本当に変態さんですね。美味しいね。栄養価も高そう。はい、さえちゃんもどうぞ。どうも美味しいよ。そんなに食べられないよ。食べなきゃ大きく取れないよ。
This is seriously too peaceful. I'm waiting for anything to happen at any second now.
どうもです。大家さんの人だ。
初詣は終わったのか。他の連中は。
みんなでパーティー中です。私たちは買い出しで。
そうか。じゃあ後から苗を迎えに行くから。終わったら連絡よこすように岡部のやつに言っといてくれ。
やりました。
Hmm. Oh.
先輩、一体今どこに。それなーに。マホニャンのお友達かにゃ。ああ、私は外国の人かにゃ。人ではありません。人工知能。
Okay, so this is the first time they all see
AI?
her. I never thought that this was gonna be the way that.
皆さんが岡部さんのラボのメンバーなんですね。あ、改めてご挨拶を。私はアマデウス、マキセ・クリスという。キセ・クリス。誰の私を存じみたい。
ご存知つうか。大演習の記事で見たことあるつうか。
失礼しました。あの雑誌を読まれたという。
Okay, so Kagari. Is no one going to make like the connection?
ごめんなさい。あなたにあれだけ言っておきながら、こんな場所で。謝罪するわ。
Yeah, like if. Mm.
これでいいのかもしれない。前に進まなきゃ。かがりがどこかクリスに。彼女はクリスじゃない。アマデウス。その元が彼女。
I love the 3D model effect they use for Carissa there.
そうだ。あいつが守ってくれた。バイルやみんなとのこの生活を俺は振り返らずに守らなければならないんだ。
Waiting for something to happen
納得はできないかもしれない。
at any point now.
おかしいな。
Really? This is what's gonna happen?
なんだよ。これ。
Yeah, who are these guys? But seriously, I saw that coming like a mile away. I knew something was gonna happen, so I got you figured out, Steinsgate. Alright, I'll see you guys after the ending. Okay, so things are finally starting to heat up now, right? As I was saying, I felt like the ending there was coming a mile away, so I wasn't really shocked by it this time. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of how Steins Gate likes to structure its episodes now. Whenever there's, a prolonged period of peace and tranquility, and, just daily stuff, them, basically just doing whatever it is, having a good time or whatnot, you can pretty much always just guarantee that at the end there's going to be some specific twist and a huge twist or whatnot that's going to change the story into a darker direction, right? So I feel like maybe they're leaning on this type of development just a tad little too much. Like, I was basically expecting the entire episode, okay, they're having way too much fun here at the shrine and whatnot, they're having no worries, there's got to be something big that's happening at the very end though, right? So I don't know, I feel like maybe they should explore some different methods. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, we got the intruders, invasion, whatever you want to call it, right? The armed assault, masked men entering into Okabe's lab, right? Sort of deja vu. But honestly, this time, I actually don't think that they are part of CERN or of the Flounders or whatnot, right? And I say this because, well, first of all, Brahm was literally there, downstairs, right? And Nai, more importantly, Nai is with the rest of the group right there in Okabe's lab. Now, if Brahm's character is anything to go by, he shouldn't be putting his daughter into harm's way, right? He's literally there already, right below them. He could have easily just used some kind of excuse to bring Nai back out of harm's way, and then let the invasion take place, right? Or the I shouldn't really call it an invasion, the assault take place, right? So that's why I'm actually crossing out CERN and the Flounders from this. In fact, at the very end, when Braun was actually making a call, I actually feel like maybe he's calling Moika or something, or calling for reinforcements or backup or something. My feeling right now is maybe they're actually going to be actual allies of Okabe in this iteration of Steins Gate. Not entirely sure. I could be entirely wrong on this, but I just really don't feel that those armed men were part of the Flounders and Braun had anything to do with it. Especially since, we already know that. Okay, so again, I'm basing this on some previous episodes of the dialogue, but we do know that there's another foreign organization trying to find Kagari, right? So I'm assuming that this is the foreign organization that they were talking about, and I'm also thinking that, my number one suspect right now would probably be Professor Judy, right? So again, I just feel like her entire character, her body language, her face just screams I am the bad guy. So that's what I'm going for now. She's probably one of the ones behind all this, and it would make sense as well for there to be someone within the Institute, right? Because someone has to shut down Amadeus's servers. So it would make perfect sense for one of the professors to be in on this as well. Alexis, not really sure yet. I also feel like I'm leaning more towards he's actually one of the bad guys. But him, I have a harder time on reading. But Judy, I'm like 99+% sure that she's one of the bad guys. Ever since she first came onto the scene. So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking right now is the difference here between this actual assault and the one previous. And so what are their goals, right? I'm assuming that since last time they were trying to get Kurisu Makise, Makise Kurisu, I'm assuming that this time what they're actually after is Kagari, right? And that would make sense because we already knew that they were searching for Kagari, in a sense. So probably just get Kagari. The rest, are they going to kill them or whatnot? Don't really know. The one peculiar thing that I find is that at the very ending shot, when we look down the barrel of a gun, right? That barrel seems very, very weird to me. Like it's not a round, typical gun barrel. It's like rectangular and whatnot. So I don't know. I feel like that's maybe a stun gun or something like that, but definitely not something that just fires normal bullets, right? So how exactly this is going to play out, I don't really know, but for now I just think that it's nothing to do with Flounders, and of course obviously Okabe is going to have to survive this ordeal, and probably their goal is to capture Kagari. Now once he survives this, he doesn't have, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he actually survives this as well, which is why I'm thinking that perhaps the ones that is going to provide reinforcement or support is going to be Braum and Moika, potentially. Especially since he doesn't have the phone microwave and whatnot with him right now, right? He hasn't actually invented it in this timeline because he doesn't want to, right? So he can still make changes to the past, perhaps through Suzuha's time machine, or he could maybe later on hack it together again, but he's gonna have to rely on some outside intervention to survive this one, right? So that's what I'm thinking right now. And in terms of Kagari's character, right? So, nothing has really changed so far. I'm still of the impression that she's either a clone of some sort or in any case, someone specifically groomed to look like Kurisu. And she's probably also some sort of sleeper agent that's activated under certain conditions. Like if certain conditions are met, basically she has some commands that are hardwired into her brain that once certain conditions are met, she's supposed to do some specific thing, right? So this is, this is more into a lot of sci-fi territory, but at the same time we are dealing with a series that has time travel and whatnot, and specifically a series where human memories can be transferred into data and then transferred back again. So I wouldn't think it's out of the norm for there to be some kind of mechanism for some specific commands to be implanted into the brain to only be activated once certain conditions are met. So that's who I think Kagari actually is. So basically, you can't really say that she's a willing spy or anything, or a willing agent, but she has this sort of thing implanted within her. So that's my best guess for Kagari as well. As for the rest, yeah, not really sure how. I presume by next episode we're going to be learning a lot more about how this story is actually going to play out, right? Like who exactly are the bad guys? What are they going to do about it? What's going to finally convince Okabe to start trying to change the past and not just follow this world again? I presume that this timeline has changed somehow, right? It's not actually the original beta timeline that Okabe thought he was safe in. And the reason for this is because a few episodes ago he had a blank in his memories, right? When he was on the rooftop with Maho. So I'm thinking that perhaps at that time some sort of timeline change did happen. He just failed to notice it for some whatever reason. right? So potentially this is going differently from what should happen in regards to the beta timeline. So he's obviously going to have to do some time travel to go and fix the situation, right? And probably eventually also fix it in a way that we go back to the original series. So that's the best that I have right now, but the rest, not really sure. Probably know in the next episode. So yeah, that's my review for Steins Gate 0 episode 6. And well, I'll see you guys next time as well. Stay tuned. Bye bye.